Hey everyone, and welcome to Gadget Talk. Chad and I just about got too busy talking about some other stuff and almost didn't make it on right at 8 o'clock.
We were talking, chat, and Derek goes, "Oh, here we go," and then the screen went blank. I'm like, "What?" And then I'm like, "Oh, it's 6 o'clock." I thought you were going to show something to me.
Yeah.
8 o'clock, whatever. It's 6 o'clock here.
Stuff here in a little bit, but not quite yet. Of course, as we get on here, I always start kind of doing a scan of your background, Chad, see if there's anything new back there. I see that you're hanging up some filament differently now.
5 kilo rolls, man. They take up space.
They do.
So I honestly was like, where am I going to put them? And I had the signal's not there anymore, right?
Right. I see that. You got a signal in the back all the way. It's a Darth Vader version of a signal all the way back in the back.
No, that was going to be the, I started making, what is that? Off Star Trek.
A Borg.
But right now he has, it's kind of Borg, but it has Bell and the Moves hat on it. So.
All right. So he's probably watching right now anyways. There he is, Bell and the Moves, saying I was at the geocaching event today and showed off 2 Gadget Smart Cache cubes. They are great crowd pleasers. That is awesome. Love hearing that. We built that at Gadget Academy. So signal back there. Andrew's showing off his hat there. So just as we're going through this real quick, and we're going to get into some news here shortly. And also, before we get to the news, we'll get to the sponsors. But I just want to say hey to everybody. We got Tom Brotherman joining us here, Houston Dave here, and got to meet Houston Dave and see him in person last week at CoinFest. He was there with us. Happy Hodag is on here. Seabiscuit Tribe. Let's see here. Seabeck Tribe. Sorry. Lori C. Bell on the Move, of course, is there. Carrie Peters coming in from Arkansas. Tricashus from Gilby. What's the temperature up there right now?
Probably cold. Colder than here.
Yeah, we're supposed to get in the 30s this week, so I'm looking forward to that. Let's see here. We got the Pizza Ninja, of course. Hope you're getting better. Hope your knee's getting better there, man. And then we got Barbara Hi here is coming in as well. So I'd love seeing everybody on here. But let's go ahead and get to our sponsors, and then we'll get into some news real quick because we want to go over a couple things just really quickly. And then we're going to start diving into a spooky cache build ideas. So here we go. If you have not become a patron of the Geocache Talk Network, what are you waiting for? Patron levels start as low as a Bison Tube level at $3 a month. To sign up is easy. Simply go to the Geocache Talk website and click on the Become a Patron button, or go to patreon.com/Geocache Talk. Patrons now get the famous Blackout coin, invites to special events, and other really great items throughout the year. Become a patron today.
Logwork, the creators of the fantastic logbook, made with genuine Write in the Rain paper. The logbook's designed for the micro containers of the present and future, geared towards the hider who'd rather go caching than doing cache maintenance. Find them at logwork.com. That's LOGWERK.com.
Have you subscribed to FTF Magazine yet? FTF Magazine is the #1 geocaching magazine available. It is a quarterly magazine that you can be part of. Submit your geocaching milestones and adventures to be published. FTF Magazine is also interactive with puzzles to solve and a hunt to find Spartacus. If you can solve the puzzle or find Spartacus, then you will be entered in to win a special pack tag. Every new subscription, you will receive a special swag pack. Subscribing is easy. Just visit FTF's website, ftfgeo.com. Don't miss out and subscribe today. All right, so we're going to get right into the news. All right, so the biggest
breaking news?
It's not. This isn't really breaking news because a lot of people have seen it, and we had them available at CoinFest last week. And what I'm talking about, as I'm bringing them out, I am talking about.
Yeah, I just thought about it. I was like, I got to get mine.
For kids. All right, so we got 3 coins here that are available for Coins for Kids, and all these are all the proceeds of these go to, of course, St. Jude. And the website is up. And I'm going to share the website really quick. So you can actually go to, it's coinsforkids.geocachetalk.com. And you can go on here, and this is where you can purchase your coins. See, my Shell did a really great video here, kind of a promo. So that's on there. So you can get 3 coins. You can get 1 of each. Or if you want to get all 3 of them, it's $20 a coin or $50 for all 3. Now, once you order, then we'll send you an invoice for shipping. So we make that your shipping is going to be specific to your location. So if you're order overseas, we'll have that shipping on there as well, and you'll get an invoice of that after you order. So, but you can go on here right now. Go to, once again, it's coinsforkids.geocachetalk.com, and you can go ahead and place your order for your coin. I really do like these coins. Now, something that's really cool about these coins is I think it's believed they were talking about it last week on the coin aspect of it, but it's called reading, and it's
on the edge.
Yep, the quarter. I'm trying to see if I get this. There you go.
There you go. There you
go. On a ring, like a quarter or a coin, it has those edges on there. So that's what that has right there. And for those that are trying to find, well, what's the trackable on that? I'm not going to show you because I haven't activated those yet. So, but those are.
Don't show that.
No, I'm not going to show that. So once again, that's coinsforkids.geocachetalk.com. So you can find those coins there. It's $20 a coin or $50 for all three. And all proceeds.
Great coins.
All proceeds. We're not taking anything from this, but all proceeds are going to be going to St. Jude on the night that we do the Podcast of Hope, which is coming up. It's a Saturday and it's in December.
First Saturday in December, wasn't it?
I think that's when it is. Yeah. Gary, if you're watching, confirm that. I probably ought to put that on the website too.
Yeah.
So
we always forget something to bring something up or a date.
Yeah, we gotta make
hard to keep everything.
We gotta make Gary feel useful that he has to feed us information. So that's what we're doing. All right. So the next thing that we need to mention is that there is a new mega that is happening, and it is happening in Alabama, and it is called Bamarama 2023. So let me add that to the screen.
So December 3rd is podcast.
December 3rd. Thank you. So December 3rd. So Bamarama, and it's GC9TB1Z. Once again, that's GC9TB1Z. It's a brand new mega, and they actually have something that's kind of cool. You can win a prize at this thing, and it's not just a small prize. This is actually around Gulf Shores, so it's in Mobile, Alabama, is where this is located. But the prize that they're talking about, and I have a little write-up on here. It says, the announcing our grand prize for Bamarama. One lucky casher will be walking away with a, ready for this, $1,500 paid vacation, good for 2 people. This is what's included, okay? No purchase is required to win. For each event attended, so all the different side events that you go to for this event, you'll get one raffle ticket submitted for this. So more events you go, side events you go, the more that you're going to be able to get this. So you're not purchasing a ticket. It's just for the events that you show up for. All right. But this is what's included. It says 2 nights of condo beachfront lodging, all meals included, 2 breakfast, 2 dinner, and 1 lunch. Okay. So, and then you have 3 hours at the spa with a 30-minute massage, 1 hour professional sunset beach photo shoot, bicycle rentals for the entire stay. They're not going to pay for you to get down there. So, but once you get down there, you'll get all this. So airfare and transportation is not going to happen, but the drawing is on February 18th, and that's in 2023. So next year, February 18th, next year is when that drawing will be. So it's just 4 months away. So if you want to get in that, go to the Bamarama 2023. Once again, that GC code is GC9TB1Z, and every side event that you get to go to, you'll get a raffle ticket for the grand prize. And I just read over that is that $1,500. So really cool package. So that's something. If you go there, maybe you take your you go to this event, you get to go caching, and maybe your snuggle muggle doesn't like caching, so take them back some other time, and you got a weekend away. So. All right.
Tom was saying that the Gulf Shore is a nice area.
Yeah, and your microphone just got really loud. So, all right. So, yeah, Saturday, February 18th, Rumble Cats, 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. So, and I hear there might be a few gadgets going out for this. So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I heard something about gadgets or something, but yeah, not sure 100%. But it sounds like a fun event.
It does. It does sound like a fun event. I'm looking forward to it. I don't know if I'm going to it. It depends on what's going on at that point. So
I'm not going.
It's kind of going to be a hard time for me there as well, because that's right around Valentine's Day, and that's kind of busy for where I work.
And you and I just got back from San Antonio last week.
And we got Cache Fest coming up, and once again, Cache Fest, the pre-event coins, we're looking at doing some more coins. I don't have.
We will be doing more coins.
We will be doing more coins. I don't know when they're going to be coming out yet. I just kind of finished up some of the designs of them this week, so we'll be getting those out. Once again, that is July 15th. It's going to be back here in Memphis, the Cache Fest. So, all right. I think that's enough of the news. Shall we get to what we're going to discuss tonight of the spooky build? Because we're 11 minutes in, so let's get to fun stuff.
Get to business. Well, it's been a while. It's been a month.
It has been, but it was great getting to be together last week, and some pictures that we got to finally take together. So you'll see a new thumbnails, and there's some new pictures of us with me with my coffee. I don't like mornings anymore.
It's always fun to get together.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're more of a night person than I am now.
I am.
So,
yeah, considering I'm not going to bed till about 6 a.m. in the morning anymore. So I wake up about this time.
Yeah. I was up at 1:30 this morning. I'm like, it's a weekend. Can't I at least sleep till like 4? Gosh. But that's the way it goes. So yeah, I mean, it's great to be back. Last week was fun. It was a blast. I love getting together, obviously, with you and all the other cache builders. Hoping to see a couple other cache builders there. I was looking forward to seeing, I was hoping to see
Doug
out there, since he's just 4 hours away or so.
3.5.
But
that's what happened in Fort Worth. So yeah.
Yeah, I should have. I was out there on Monday. I flew in Monday night. I should have taken a day and just drove out to his area and found some of his caches. But it was a busy time.
It was.
Show up early on purpose. There's a lot to do. So
what about, so we went to go to Doe night after the event. Was it that night? Oh my gosh.
It was after.
Yeah, it was Saturday.
Yeah, it was after the main event Saturday. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, it was a pizza place. It was delicious.
Oh my gosh, it was so good.
We tried to go there at lunch and they were packed. They were full. And of course, we were trying to get 16 in, and they were like, "There's no way."
No, there's no way.
So we went somewhere else, and we went back for dinner. Derek and I did, and the manager recognized us and apologized for not getting us in, and brought us a free appetizer. And I could have eaten just a bunch of that.
Yeah, we could have just gone. We'll just take 2 of these of the appetizers and put that away, because that was a lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pizza Ninja would have loved it there.
You would have absolutely loved it, because it was Napoleon pizza. All of the ingredients and everything was imported in. And
the ovens were imported in.
Including the ovens. And it was, what was it amazed me is that they get the ovens up to like 1,000 degrees, and the pizzas only go in for 90 seconds, and it blisters the dough and cooks everything in that 90 seconds, and then it comes out, and it was so good. We couldn't eat all of it. And in fact, my son got the half.
Did you take the pizza home? I was just thinking, did I leave it in my hotel room?
Actually, I didn't take it all. I took it to the hotel room, and then so I kept it frozen. And then when I was stopping off to see my son in Fort Worth on the way back out to Texas, so I took him the pizza, and he said it was really good too.
Yeah. Pizza Ninja says we're getting him hungry. I'm getting hungry now too.
Yeah,
I agree, but
I don't know if
it was the best.
I don't know if I like the pizza better or the appetizer.
I think I was so full because we got 2 appetizers.
Yeah, they gave me some little sampler plate, and then we got an appetizer.
Yeah, and so by the time I got to the pizza, I was stuffed as it was. I don't eat a ton anyway, but I don't know. It was good. We have to go back next time we're in town just to double check.
Tom says the oven is about 2 million degrees. Yeah, it's a little cooler than that, because we would have died.
I think it was something like 2,000. I think is what the guy said.
Yeah, it was hot. It was really cool though. But
yeah. Anyway, that was fun. So great time in San Antonio. Everybody who listens, who came up and said hi, thank you for coming up and saying hi. We did do another Gadget Academy. We did the which I don't think I have one here. The coin one for Census Coin Fest and Coin Related. We did a coffin for them, and then we did the magic blocks as well.
Right.
So it was a blast. If you look on YouTube, you'll see, or not YouTube, Instagram, whatever those crazy things are. So
over in social media.
yeah,
And we are looking at doing another Gadget Academy for Cache Fest, and we're still working out all the details for that. So
yes, Gadget Academy, and then another possibility there too that I don't want to announce yet.
no, we're not going to.
I don't want someone to. I don't want to spoil it, and I don't want someone to steal my idea. It's happened in the past.
Yeah.
So they can steal it after we have it, but I don't want someone to steal it beforehand.
Right. So, and I'm excited about that. That's gonna be fun. Okay. So, all right. So let's get to your idea of what you think of a spooky cache. And then we'll get to mine, because I think mine's gonna be really simple. Mine's an element. I don't know what
mine is. Just a creative cache. It's not gadgety. It's nothing. It's gonna be super simple. In fact, I'm kind of nervous about how much I'm going to fill today, because today we're just going to start and talk about the builds and what we're going to do, and maybe come up with some ideas and brainstorm with the listeners the ideas. And then next, in 2 weeks, when we're back on the 30th, we will actually reveal our builds then. So my reveal, and actually Derek and I both have 2 different ideas, which is great. I'm just doing a creative cache. So to me, a difference between a creative and a gadget, we've gone over that. Mine is just going to have a fun feel, look to it, element to it. And it's actually going to be in a birdhouse. So
what a birdhouse?
Yeah, it's going to be in a birdhouse.
Do you know how to make those?
I haven't. Yeah, I don't know, but I can probably find it on YouTube. I can probably Google how. I'm going to do a little graveyard inside the birdhouse. Now, how big the birdhouse is going to be, I'm not sure. I'm thinking 10 inches wide or so, and then probably 8 inches deep. But my logbook area thing is going to be kind of fun. It's going to be a coffin.
Cool.
Right. And then when you open the coffin, which the logbook will be in the coffin, you open the coffin, and I might have to get it close to my mic, and then it makes noise.
That's cool.
So
I was expecting something to pop out. If you could put a logbook on a spring-loaded something that pops up, that'd be great.
No, that would be cool. Scare someone. Then I got to reset it. Then the other thing I'm going to add a bunch of different things to it, but a couple things I actually just printed when we were having our meeting is some different types of tombstones. Here, I'll lift them up. I printed 2 different sizes. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to paint them. I'm going to make them look like stone. I did a couple different sizes. I'm not sure which one's going to look best. They'll say different things on them, stuff like that. So, and then I'll have a spooky, hopefully a spooky background to it, and possibly black light, something like that.
Right.
So it'll be kind of fun for my build.
So they're really wanting something to pop out. So we got a springy spider popping out of the coffin. Tom is saying a springy snake. So, yeah, sorry. So yeah, that's really cool. And a side note real quick. Well, Chad, if you are down in Memphis for Cache Fest, yes, you can help.
Oh, absolutely. In fact, the build we did last week was based on Chad or Tricash's his magic blocks.
Right.
So, and the people that built them just like the other academies we learned, just love it. It's the best time ever. So,
right. And
anytime you're at an event, or if you want to do, I hear Gilby has an event there sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
So I don't know, maybe we could do a Gadget Academy
a wild
there.
Event too.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So is yours going to be more of like a diorama? Is what you're looking at?
Yeah, it's just going to be it's just going to be a scene. Yeah, diorama. I don't know what to do. Well, so far it's starting that way, right? But we'll see. You know, the thing about making gadgets for me is I can come up with a plan, I write it all down, you know, and have designs, and then as we build it, it changes along the way. I mean, so many times.
Right.
I have a lot of things that I built, and then when I got to the very end, I'm like, I don't like it at all. I'm going to completely redo it. So that happens as well.
So Burnt Turtles say revolving door inside the birdhouse that hides the logbook.
A revolving door inside the birdhouse that hides the logbook.
What if you had 2 coffins? Okay, you had 2 of those coffins. One, it opens up and a snake pops out. Well, that they don't know, but if they push it back, it switches, and then the logbook would come out of the other one that you actually open up.
Well, you could do the spider that pops out. So you put it on a string attached to the door, and you put it like on a shelf. And when they open the door, the
It pulls
spider
that
comes
thing.
swinging out.
Yeah.
That's really simple to do and easy to reset for a cacher. And then you could have this, and maybe I could do that. Yeah, I mean that's not a big deal to do something simple like that.
Yeah. So here's one. It would be cool if you opened the birdhouse and a speaker behind the cacher played a scream.
A really loud scream, not like this.
No, there's something loud that will come up on mine here in a minute, but we'll get to that.
Derek's is
mine might give somebody a heart attack.
Real quick here, Alexandra, she was one of my gadget builders, and there was 2 AP classes, or 2 people in my AP class, and she was one of them, and the lackey that was there was one, and their soldering, everything was amazing. I didn't have to go back and fix anything. It looked like they knew what they were doing. It was their first time, so I appreciate her, listening to the show tonight, coming on, and also doing the build with us. It was fantastic. And I heard she had Ed at an event that wasn't for geocaching, I think, and people loved it.
Yeah,
so
I heard that too. So that's really cool. So yeah, Burnt Turtles is saying like a false back to it that would be, and so that's there. Something terrifying. Oh.
Okay, 2 people have mentioned this. I know. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that. Virtual Chad screams, and then the Rumba Cat.
It's not a scream.
Something terrifying, like when Chad screams. Well, it does. Well, here's the thing. It sounds like the boo. Boo. So I don't know.
So maybe it's perfect for
that. Maybe it'll be perfect, but
so yeah. So that's my plan. Nothing. It's not going to be really hard or anything. It's going to be hopefully pretty simple, but it's going to be a lot of designing because, I'm planning on, turning these to look like stone. Maybe doing some trees in there. I don't know, some grass,
Now,
I'm not sure yet.
What if you did it this way? What if you added some black light to it so that it would actually kind of give like some glowy?
Yeah, I mentioned that I was thinking about a black light. So when you open it, the black light comes on.
Right.
And just using one of those photo sensors, that's actually in here. So this is a light sensor that scream here for a minute. That's connected, and we've all seen these before on here. Just in that little hole right there is a light sensor.
Right.
I have a whole bunch down here that's easy to connect to anything, and I've used them quite often on builds. Let me see if I can find the right drawer.
Yeah, and I have a funny story about one of those sound modules like that as well that happened last week when I was finishing up the tax filing cabinet. If those just saw that on this last week's my video where it was CoinFest and I showed the actual final build from Clash Fest of that tax box. What you didn't see is that when you open up the drawer, it actually has Ronald Reagan saying the 9 scariest words in the human language, and he doesn't say that. It doesn't say that part, but it's "Hi, I'm here from the government. I'm here to help you," and then it has an adding machine in there. Well, the funny thing is that I actually got several different sound modules, and that one's actually activated as well by light. But I had several of them, and I couldn't get one of them to work. And what I didn't realize, and I'll get that in a minute, but I was where was I? I was at work that night, and I get a text from Jess. Goes, really? A sound module out in the garage? Well, so what happened is that she went out to the garage. She had to check out the back door. Well, went out there at one point, and nothing happened. Well, she turned the light out, and then she's like, well, I need to go check that door. She flipped it back on and walked in there. Well, the demo of this one was at yodeling. And so there's like this, all of a sudden, this yodeling going on. She slams the door and comes back inside and asks the kids, did you see anything really crazy out in the garage? And Curtis is like, because there's something yodeling. Curtis just started laughing and said, well, Dad got these new sound modules that are light sensitive. And she's like, so that's why I got the text for it. And when I walked in the morning at 5:30, she goes, you are so in the doghouse. And I just started laughing. And I like, what's wrong? Did you think there's some big, huge Austrian and lederhosen yodeling in our garage or something? So the sound, what happened with the sound module is that when you get it, it has to go completely dark first. You can't just put your fingers over it and then it opens up. So that's the little kind of what happened
That's
on that
funny.
one. So it works fine. And actually, that was a sound module that I didn't actually end up putting into the cache itself. But I have another one. So
that's funny. Quincy asked here about the sound modules and birthday cards. Are they reusable? They're reusable, but I don't know if you can record on them. There should be a spot where you can actually re-record. Some of them, like we've shown before.
And I'm gonna try and find one. I'll find the ones that I did.
So I use these ones called Easy Sound modules, and they come with both the solar or the light sensor and button. That one's not one, but they're pretty much those sound card or those modules for those cards.
Right,
and
right.
when I get them, they come with a button. So one is this button's to record and this one's to replay, but you can take the button off and you can add this light sensor here.
Mine actually came with a light sensor already installed.
You can buy it with a light sensor as well, but I have a bunch of these light sensors, but I think people will see what they look like. That's what it looks like. I buy them in a pack. They're really inexpensive.
Yeah.
And then all you have to do is on the button part, just solder this on to the button part there, remove the button, and now you have a light sensor.
Right. And I'm going to give you, I'm about to pull the link for one of those sound modules with the button on it. So that's going to be in your, in
with the light sensor.
That one's not the light sensor. This one's with the button.
Okay.
But I think you can change it up in here. Because when I actually ordered, I thought I was ordering the button. I was just going to cut the button off and put a different button on. And I ended up getting the one with a light sensor. So,
and you can get them with up to 4 buttons, which if you've watched the show for a while, you'll see what we've done here. There's all kinds you can get. You can download from your computer sound. When you're purchasing them, depending on how long of a length of sound you want, I think they go from 30 seconds to 120 seconds. So yeah, just keep that in mind.
It says, yeah.
Yeah, just keep in mind when you're purchasing it, how long you're recording you want it to be. Yeah.
Right. So that one, that one there. Now, I think that'd be really cool. I love how that is.
So the other thing I thought is,
Mom is like, I've been looking for something for my cemetery cache that when you open it makes some kind of jump scare noise. That right there, you could do it. You could actually do it with one of those with a light sensor on there. They're about $16, so you're not dropping a lot in it. I mean, and they're button batteries, so it's real easy to replace. Now they say they're L44s. They're not. I'll tell you that right now. They're a different one. I bought a whole bunch of L44s and it was not them.
I think mine, I have 4 or 5 different types and they all have a different type of battery.
Yeah. It says number of batteries is 3 LR44 batteries required. It's not. It's a different button battery. They put the wrong thing on the description. So, I pulled them out and I can tell you what they are now, but yeah, that's a real simple one now. And I'm kind of thinking of doing kind of the same thing with a light sensor as well on mine. And this one will have the jump scare effect to it. I was actually probably about 8 months ago. I think it was before Cache Fest. Another cacher was coming through the area and they say, hey, I have this element that I haven't been able to get to work. And I wanted to drop it off and see if you could actually figure out what to put into a cache. And I kind of thought of this kind of before, and this is kind of a spooky cache as well. So let me show you this thing. And you might have seen these before. It is an actual prop. And I have the demo here because this is actually what I'll end up, the way it's set up for a demo, I'll actually tie that into a light sensor. And it'll actually make it kind of funny because right now I can turn this on or off and it doesn't do anything. But if I actually push the button, I'm going to try and hold it up here so you can see this. And I know that was probably really loud. So it does the electrical aspect of it. So when they would open up the door, it would just start doing that shocking and that kind of sound with it. So it could cause some heart palpitations. We'll just say.
That is loud too.
And it is loud. So you put stealth required on the cache as well.
Put it in a library.
Yeah, there you go. Put it. This is the Harry Potter library cache. But if I unplug this right now, it doesn't do anything. And now, so what's funny is that if you had it plugged in and they're sitting there trying to turn this off in the demo mode, this switch does not work. So they'll be trying to flick until they close the door. So
Engineer 42 says, isn't that little red button just a demo setup for the shelf in the store?
It is.
I don't know.
It is. That's what it says. Yeah, demo for the shelf. But it has the plug-in still back here in the back. So if I leave that in there and just do one of the light sensors, like what Chad has showing us, then I can actually use that. I should be able to. I have to test it, but I should be able to use that as the same way. So that's the thought. So, but I don't know what else to put in there. I don't know if I have like the tubes coming down and like they're holding into a bottom of the wall or something.
Do they move still if you have them? If you hold them into like a hole or something, will they still move freely?
Well, I'm going to mute my microphone real quick and I'll do it because that is really loud. So let me. So yes, it does.
You don't get the light if you shove it inside of a hole sticking out the end. So it's supposed to look like sparks. So if you turn it on again, you'll see the light. I'll mute you. Oh, right. I muted myself. Oh, sorry.
No, sorry. The only thing is that, I mean, I might be able to push those up because it's just LEDs that are coming down the tube. I might be able to push those up a little bit further up here because it's just
that just one of those low voltage tubes that you feed the wire through.
Yeah.
It has an opening on one side.
Yeah, see if I can. Because it's open down here. Okay. It's open down here, and let me see if you can see.
You could pop those lights out maybe through the side of it or something. So yeah, that'd be cool. I don't know if it will focus that. Oh, there you go. Just about there. Oh,
but yeah, there's an LED that, and of course I have such a high focus. There's my fingerprints. Anybody want those? So yeah, no, there you can kind of see it there.
Here, let me mute you. Can you turn it on and let's see what the lights look like?
Okay.
Okay, so you can see the LEDs inside there strobing, flashing. That's pretty cool. Wait for them to shut them off there.
So
okay.
Yeah, so
perfect.
So that's that element. But if I had this entire thing in the box, you're talking a huge box again, and that's a lot. So I was thinking kind of just there, and I don't know what I would put the. That's an idea. Sorry, I just thought of another idea. What if, and this would be kind of a different way of doing this, instead of having have a breaker here, and so it has there's like an electric chair, so it's inside of a box, and have the chair there, and you flip it when it opens up, it starts going crazy, and it's like the electric chair is doing that. I don't know. That's a little kind of.
So we did an electric chair at the 20th event, and it just vibrated real fast, and that's what makes it seem like it's shocking you.
Well, kind of a diorama, but you have the breaker, and then you have the electric chair right there. So then it kind of does that. So I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence of how to do this cache because I don't want it to be huge. I mean, I want it to be fun for kids, but I don't want it to scare the living daylights out of a kid either. So, I mean, that's loud. And then if you put it in like a birdhouse, it's just going to echo.
So Engineer 42 here mentions about making it so you actually have to touch the wire, so making it a touch sensor or complete the circuit sensor. So you actually have to do that. And do those move fairly freely or move with some kind of movement when you touch them? I mean, on their own?
These down
so
here?
It'd be kind of like creepy if you had to touch them and then they started moving.
It could be. That could be kind of creepy. Then my other thought is, what if you had, and I don't know, and I may be able to take this apart real quick as we're talking, because if I had it in demo mode, if you touch that, if it would start it up. So while we're talking here, I can go ahead and cut these wires because it's just a momentary switch, so it's not a big deal. I'm planning on cutting it anyways, and I can just put the wires together real quick and see if it would do it. So
yeah, go ahead. Alexandra said that you could put a magnet in one of the tubes, and a cacher can open the cache if they find a different lock inside. I'm not sure how the magnet and that works. Maybe
yeah, I don't know either. That's kind of so. All right, gonna do the redneck style of stripping a wire.
Yeah, so I think Engineer 42 he's talking about doing the bare copper wire down the tubes, and have them, bare at the ends for the touch sensors.
Okay,
should be good.
So, all right, so I got these exposed now. Let's just see. I'm just curious because I don't know if this may or may not work. So, that's what we're all about, right, Chad? We're about experimenting.
That's right. Exactly.
Okay, so I'm gonna kick this over to off. So here we go.
It should work.
And then you touch them again and it turns it off. So
does it time out on its own after a certain amount of time?
I don't know. I haven't put up with the sound long enough. So that could be a way to do it. And then of course the light sensor would be easy way too. So all I would do is just connect the light sensor to one of these wires and have it exposed somewhere. So when you open up the cache door, it did it. So I like the bare wire idea. I could just splice a couple other wires on here and have them there. And so I don't know. And maybe, I don't know how, I kind of like the idea if this was stuck, have it in there and the logbook maybe in a nano, like you were talking about with the magnet, and that would be held those in like this. And so the logbook would actually be inside one of these, and they have to figure out that they actually have to pull it out to get to the logbook. Maybe
that'd be cool. Yeah,
so this would be attached
inside that. What's it look like inside that? Is it just a switch, or does that open?
This does not open at all.
Okay, because if you don't put a logbook somewhere else, they're going to try and force that thing open.
Yeah, no, they're going to do that. It looks like it would, but there's absolutely no way of opening this at all. It's not
okay. So it's a solid.
It's
mold or something.
Yeah, it's a solid mold. So, but my question is if I had a nano, and I'm trying to look around, I don't generally have nanos, but I have a couple around different places. Maybe it'd be a bison tube inside there.
Mm-hmm.
And so when they pull it out, they'd see there. So I'm looking a Frankenstein gadget cache. Is what Houston Dave is saying. Here's this one. Have strobe lights go on at the same time the electricity sound starts. There actually is. There's actually is. I'll flip this over here. So there are some strobe lights going on in here, and in the cache that would really light it up. So I don't know. This may be an actual really simple inside of a birdhouse.
Well, you're gonna have 2 weeks to think about it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Small. Okay. Small. Sure. Small box above it labeled overload next to a red LED while in shock mode. Blink out the lock code with the LED. That sounds really cool. I like that. I don't know if I like that idea actually. So that's really cool. I like that. Those high voltage Halloween boxes are rare and hard to find nowadays. Yeah, you want to know how much they are on
like $130.
$130 on Amazon. I could give you the link, but I don't think anybody would get it.
Derek was like, I'm not gonna. I was like, well, you might as well. And he's like, no, I don't want to have a cashier pay that much for a cache.
No. They're between $58 to $130. This one was found at Big Lots for $18. So I wouldn't recommend getting this online. I would recommend going to Big Lots or one of those stores and finding it there. So, but yeah, these things are insane. But I think that would be really cool to have that in there. Real simple gadget. I mean, it's not, I think just a small box and maybe have it shaped like this going out to the side is just a breaker. And then it just kind of, when you open it up, it goes off and they have to figure out where the logbook is. And I mean, Where do you find? Actually, this is kind of funny. Where do you find the logbook on electrical panels? A lot of times, it's a lock box, right? It's a lock. It's a lock key box. Just put one right here.
You could do, yeah.
You know, I mean,
something simple.
just something simple, and it's just all it is just a, you know, just an effect. But I think it'd be funny to say stealth needed, and this thing goes off like, what's stealth? So, I mean, I think it'd just be the shock, pun intended, shock factor of the cache itself. So, and like I said, make a fun cache. And we've talked about this before, making a fun gadget cache or creative cache. And I don't know, would this be considered a gadget or a creative cache, Chad?
It's gadgety. I think you have a gadget component to it.
Okay. So here's the other option. If we wanted to do the electric chair, and this is another option that you could do, have a chair in there. And so when they actually get to it, they'll flip the switch on. They'll flip the switch on for it to do, and it does it. And then they find make a little lock, your own little locky box down here.
A night cache would be cool. Houston, Texas, Dave. Sorry, I guess I can bring that up. Said it should be a night cache, or make it a night cache only. That would be cool.
Yeah. What's this shocking sound and the screams from the forest? So yeah. So that's kind of my idea with this one. And I don't know, you should call it Sparky. So sorry, the wire's touched. Let's turn it off.
That's gonna be great. So yeah, usually you get to figure if you're gonna have it out in the open or in a container.
I think it's gonna go in a container because I don't want.
I think it would disappear.
Yeah, I think it would too. So, the cool thing is it does have. Sorry, it does have screws back here on the back, so I can mount it.
That looks just like that. Looks good. It looks just like the real ones like that. I think I have several of them somewhere.
Sorry, Direwolf says, make sure there's toilet paper nearby. I'll put bathroom. There's a bathroom. I'll put it close to like a convenience store, so there's a bathroom there, or at a rest area. That might work. There's bathrooms there. Making a night cache, I like that. A fake outlet plate on the side with a logbook is another option. So yeah, I mean, there's some different options that you can do with this. I think it'd be a really fun way. I mean, something that you open up a birdhouse maybe, and you don't even expect to see it, and then you see.
So it looks a lot like these ones here that actually open. I use a lot of these as well.
Yeah, I kind of, in some aspects, because I just want to be kind of, I don't know if this is me, I kind of want it to go off right when they open up the door.
I think it'd be cool if you put a light sensor there. I think that would be the best thing, is just to have it go off.
Because
that would be the scariest part. They wouldn't be expecting it.
Yeah, and they wouldn't expect it, and they get the full extent, especially if it looks like just a simple birdhouse. I mean, it could have, and maybe do like a Halloween theme aspect of it. It maybe has some clues to it, like maybe I do some lightning bolts or something like that on the outside. Just kind of and maybe have like a painted scene on the outside of just a Halloween scene or something like that, or a spooky scene. And then when they open it up, it's like, so just kind of get once again, get the shock factor of it. So.
Well, that would be really cool. I'm actually looking forward to seeing what you do with that.
Now I am too. Dang it. So yeah, I think this will be kind of fun. I'm actually excited for both of these because we're not going to think really difficult, but at the same time, we're trying to do some different things. And we're not, yours is diorama. Mine's just going to be kind of this. And other than this, I think it's just going to be simple inside. It'll probably be black. Or I don't know if I want the electric chair because that may be too creepy, or just have this. So when they open it up, it just kind of or I don't know.
I think just that would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Here they were mentioning about put a fake plate on it for the side logbook. Now that's plastic, so you'd have to do something different for the magnets. Maybe you might have to put a magnet or melt one in the side of that so the two magnets would connect. Cache has said that they put the light sensor behind the fake plate cover, so when they lift it off, it starts going off. But I like the idea of it going off right away.
Yeah. Sorry, that's funny. Because there's like opens up, has that delayed reaction, and like, oh, what's this? Which
you get people that get scared.
Oh, I know. It reminds me of this story. And since we're talking about spooky caches, and I don't remember who told me this story, but there was this lady, somebody was caching, and there was this cache that it was a night cache. And when you found it, you pulled the string, you pull it, and a skeleton dropped down, is what it was. Well, somebody else was going out to find this cache when she was going out, and they were going out, and all of a sudden they heard this loud blood-curdling scream and heard a thump. Well, when they came around the corner where the cache was, they found her passed out on the ground next to the cache itself. So that may happen with this one. So I don't know. I just that's just, but that just reminds me of that story. So
I'm looking up here different. It just brought up an idea of different Halloween gadget caches, and I was looking for Halloween escape room puzzles.
Houston Dave is saying, I may have to go to Home Depot tomorrow and try to find the right parts to make something like that. So,
I want to throw this out there. If anybody wants to come on the 30th and you build your own, shoot us an email. Yeah. And we'd love to have you on. We're always up for having a listener on. Anytime you want to come on and you want to talk about something or show something, please feel free just to shoot us an email and we'll give you a link to come on.
So Andrew Bell on the Move says it would be fun if it was on the back of an Altoids 10 or an electrical plate. I don't know. I'm debating.
Got to be careful when you put it. Well, yeah, I don't know. You just got to get permission.
Yeah, and that's. I mean, I can make this, and who knows? This might be. I don't know.
Mine probably won't be going out anywhere. I don't.
I was kind of thinking this might be because something that we do a lot of times when we go to events, they'll have raffles or they'll have different things. Maybe that's what this would be for. Maybe I'll make this for Cache Fest, and this could actually be a raffle for that. Because I don't put out stuff like this, but I think it's cool. So I don't know. Maybe that's what this will be. I don't know. Because I'm trying to think of where this would go here, besides mounting it to a tree in the woods. And a lot of places, because of Memphis and the trails here, you're not allowed to be out there at night. So that's what's a little bit harder for night caches here. And it's just the world we live in. So you
can't be in parks at night here either.
So
we were chased down by the police once out geocaching at night. It's funny. Someone gave me a thing of like 500 one of those light sticks or something, glow sticks that you break. And my son was dropping them like every 25 feet down the trail as we were night caching. So there's a night cache in this area. You're not supposed to have a night caching, but you have to walk like 2 miles to do the whole thing. It's a multi.
Oh, wow.
And all around and it's in the woods. And so he was marking our space out. And on the way back, someone was walking down the trail shining the flashlight, and it was a police officer because he was there to close the gate, and our car was inside the park. He didn't want to lock us in. And since he saw the glow sticks, he decided he'd follow them and see where they went. And it was kind of funny. Otherwise, we would have been stuck there all night with our car. But anyway, it's just kind of a funny story that he saw those and was like, oh, I'm going to follow these. And that actually saved us from being able to go home.
Well, that's good. It's good. So it just depends on the area. And I think that may be why there's a lot less night caches anymore. So, I mean, I have one that's here in Memphis. There's a night cache because I also know where it's the location of it. It's at my community center. So, that's where that one is. And that's the Star Trek one that I've done that we did on here. That's actually out here. And that's still,
that's live, huh?
It's live, and it was found today. So I found
cool.
tonight. So I got a log on that tonight. So, But yeah, the 30th, I like that. And so if you have any ideas and you want to send us an email, of course you can that's the wrong one.
Gadget Talk about podcast at gmail.com.
Okay, say that one more time.
If I could even say it.
Gadget Talk
Gadget
Podcast
Talk,
at
yeah.
gmail.com. So, or you can always tag us on Instagram at Gadget Talk Podcast. You can get us on there. And even, I believe we're even on Twitter that way as well.
Are we on Twitter?
I don't know if we're on Twitter. I know Geocache Talk is.
Yeah,
but
I don't tweet.
I do for my channel, but nothing really else. But yeah, but the easiest way, Instagram, Gadget Talk Podcast, or you can always send it to an email at gadgettalkpodcast@gmail.com. And we'd love to have you on the show and see your spooky cache on there. That would be a lot of fun. And like I said, it could just be creative. I've seen caches that are just, it's a bone container. So when you open it up, there's different bones hanging in the middle of it's a hanging bison tooth. So you have to just do that. It's in a jar. I mean, there's different ideas that you could do.
So one I was thinking about doing, not to interrupt you there, but
no, you're good.
And I've seen this online. In fact, I had someone will try and donate this to me because the owner wasn't able to maintain it or something, but they live far away and I didn't want to pay for shipping. Is a plexiglass container square. So off the movie Saw.
Right. Okay.
And then it has two areas you got to put your hands up through, and then they have a bunch of syringes and you got to go through it to find the logbook. But the whole time you're in there, it's playing the Saw music and flashing strobes and stuff. And I thought that would be really fun to do. I have about 600 different syringes that I thought would be really fun. I have plenty of syringes to do that, but I don't know where I'd put it. I'd have to have it like in a shed somewhere or somewhere where it's protected.
Right.
The one I saw happened to be underneath someone's back porch, I think, at their house.
Right. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know where this would go. I mean, even if it was just a day cache, normal cache, trying to find it, that might be an option. And maybe you call it flip the switch. Paint it blue, and it's the blue switch for go live
blue
on
switch.
Paint it all, just redo it, paint it blue, and it's the blue switch for and it goes live on May 2nd.
But this blue switch didn't work. It's disconnected.
It is, yeah. This one just scare you to death. So instead of starting your caching career, it might end it. But yeah, so that's our idea, is kind of what we're kind of playing around. I like the diorama idea. I really do. And like I said, this is just a real simple element. Well, and the thing is, but where I really do like the idea of you open up the box, and it doesn't have to it doesn't even have to be a difficult box. And you just mount everything in there. So you just see it's like electrical panel in there. Maybe you add the extra effects. So maybe you have like another electrical panel in there as well. And depending on the size, different breakers.
So I have an electrical panel that thing would sit in.
Yeah, there's so
you could actually have it inside a different panel.
Right. So, and I just went out of focus. See if I can get it back. There we go. All right. So do you have, and I'm sure you do, because I don't have one right here, but it's one of those panels like where a lock would, not a lock, where a AC outlet would fit in, where you can flip it open.
The bubble cover or something?
Yes.
I don't have bubble covers here.
What? That be true?
Yes. I have these ones, which is not quite a bubble cover. So I have the single one like this that would open, but I have this one here. Let me open it up here.
So maybe having one of those in the logbook would be behind it.
So I have this one here that if you opened it up, you could still put an outlet. It needs an outlet box behind it, or I guess it doesn't, but it would open up this way, or you can actually usually take them and mount them either way. So it can go sideways or up and down.
Okay, so what about this? So you have a regular lockbox on the outside of it, and then you open it up, and that's when this would go off, and that's what's in here. You're focused on that, but maybe on the door itself, you have a bubble cover, and that's where the logbook is on the door itself, covered in there.
Well, you could do another piece of conduit going down the back. I actually have a bubble cover on several of them out there. And in that is where I'd keep the key, but you could actually keep the logbook in that. So it'd actually be like an outlet below that thing there, but no one would know it's there. And it could be inside that. I'm not sure. Yeah. Yeah. If you could do something if you can put that inside of a box, ideally, yes, something with another bubble cover. So it looks like there's another, like a service outlet next to it. That would be the ideal way to go.
Yeah. And I'm just, like I said, and this is kind of the brainstorming aspect of what we do. I think that might be, and it's just something simple because I like doing some stuff that just about anybody can do. Because I mean, anybody, if you want to spend enough money, you can go get one of these, and there's just simple stuff. And if you can cut wood or cut PVC board and put this in there, then you have a cache. So, travel bug. Torture chamber is what Andrew says, and Houston, Texas Dave says a spooky travel bug hotel with a sketchy idea. That's cool. I like that. I've seen there are some travel bug hotels that are kind of spooky. I hope you paint the birdhouse to look like a creepy mansion somehow.
I'm not a painter. I'll try.
Airbrushing and use templates. You could do it. You could.
I'll have to take a look and see.
Well, you could paint it whitish, and have it kind of dark, and then you do a silhouette behind the moon of a creepy building. Just do a template of the Addams Family mansion, and put it up there. I mean, that's real easy, solid color, just as a template. You could do it that way. So
yeah, I'll have to take a look and see. It's 2 weeks away. That means I got to get motivated.
I know. Me too.
It's been nice having the time off.
It is,
but I've missed doing the show a lot. But now it's time to get back into it. It's been nice having time off and doing stuff, but now that it's getting into the rainy season here for me, it's going to be a lot easier to be inside the house.
Right, and I'm having a hard time trying to find time to do a lot of stuff because working at night, sleeping in the day, and still doing my other stuff as well. So
makes sense.
I'm not building as much. In fact, I'm going to I'll announce it here. So I'm going to spill a little bit of beans, but I'm also going to send it out on my channel as well. But I'm going to actually cut back on my videos because of time and family and everything. I'll be putting out a video once a month. But I'm probably going to be focusing on builds here, but Chad and I are also looking at doing some shorts and stuff like that on our own channel for Gadget Talk as well.
A Gadget Talk YouTube channel. Yeah, we've talked about that. And so we're cutting back from weekly to do a couple of those a month is the plan.
Right.
But yeah, we have busy schedules. So doing that. And then for me, it's the fact of just, I have the cameras and everything. I just got to turn them on and record.
Right.
And a lot of times when I'm building, I just start building and I forget about it. So
right.
I need to make a big sign that lights up. This is record.
And doing the whole builds and recording at the same time, it does take quite a bit of time, and then you got to come back and edit it. It's kind of funny. I start working another job at night, and all my clients that can been silent for the last 8 months all of a sudden come out of the woodwork. So it's like I'm busier now than I was before. So yeah, that's what I'm having to do, plus a lot of different stuff. So but I'm still going to be here on Gadget Talk twice a month. And then at least my channel once a month. So there's still, and then we'll be doing some little shorts and stuff like that, filling it in. So, but I think this is a real simple, fun, and easy build. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And Houston Dave says, family first.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
So,
Dire Wolf mentioned on here too that he's just going to put a black wig on a birdhouse and see how creepy that would be. I think it'd be kind of funny
on
looking.
top
be
of a
cool.
creepy doll.
On top of a creepy doll.
So you pull the wig off, and there's a creepy doll face. So.
Yep. Make sure you come on the show on the 30th and show us that.
Yep, that's right. So that's the 30th. That's when next time we're on is on the 30th. That is, of course, Sunday. So Halloween is on Monday this year.
Tom here has a reply to my not being a painter. Says not being a painter probably makes it easier to make it creepy.
It can. It depends.
Yeah.
So, all right. Any
awesome.
last words on the Spooky Gadget?
Yeah. No, I mean, just if you have an idea you want to come on next week on the 30th, send us the email. We'll send you the link. Love to have you on. And as well, that actually goes for any time. If you have an idea, you have a build, anything you want to come on, even if it's only 5 minutes, we'd love to have you on. I mean, we really made this show to have other builders come on and show off your stuff and kind of explain people and share what you've done, as well as us sharing stuff. So please make sure you send us an email at gadgettalkpodcast@gmail.com.
Right. Because this show's about you, for you and about you. And we're trying to share ideas, and we love ideas being shared as well. Because we are a small the Gadget Cache community is a small community inside the geocaching community, but we're trying to make it bigger. So, but all right.
Yeah.
So I guess we will see everybody on the 30th, and we'll get to building our spooky caches, and we'll see how everybody then. So
yes, and make sure you hit that like button. Please
hit that like button. Get your Willetins to the different events, Cache Fest. I guess go to Bamarama. Check that out. Up for that prize, and coins for kids. So don't forget to go to coinsforkids.geocachetalk.com. So all right, everybody. We will see you on the 30th. Good night.
All right. Good night, everybody.